Hi there, friends. My name is Jennifer Neesett. I'm a physical therapist and owner of Fit for Life Physical Therapy. I'm coming to you today to talk about plantar fasciitis and shin splints. These are two common problems facing runners. Maybe you find yourself in a situation right now where you are forced to remain at home, lace up your shoes, and head outside for some running miles. Well, my goal today is to give you my top 10 tips to help keep you healthy as you head into spring. Alex has graciously allowed me to come in here and interrupt his regularly scheduled and highly valuable blog post to share with you some things that I believe will keep you healthy. Now, how can I come to talk to you about this? Well, I have a lifetime of running experience myself, running from about the age of 7 through college and beyond into life of running after 4 children, including up to qualifying for and competing in the Boston Marathon. So I have a lifetime of injuries myself that I have treated that bring my experience, and I have 20 years of experience as a physical therapist, treating myself, treating my husband, treating my 4 children who have all been runners at some time in their life. My physical therapy practice has always involved treating runners. In fact, it was an injury myself in high school, being treated by a physical therapist, that set me on the path, the career path that I would choose, and brings me here to this day. So let's talk. First, let's talk about plantar fasciitis. What is it? Plantar fasciitis is an inflammation of the band of connective tissue, of fibrous tissue that extends from the heel through the arch. It can be quite a painful situation, oftentimes felt as a sharp pain first thing in the morning, those first few steps, that tends to lessen as you get warmed up. The pain can reoccur if you've been sitting for a period of time. It can be quite intense. It generally responds to rest and stretching, though I myself have not found it to be helpful to stop doing the activity that you're doing. And I tend to put people in the right shoes and get them on a stretching program and allow them to keep moving. Causes of plantar fasciitis, a bit unknown. You can have plantar fasciitis if you have high arches or flat feet, standing on hard surfaces for prolonged periods of time, overuse and repetitive injuries are other things that can lead to plantar fasciitis. Shin splints, however, refer to a pain that is perceived and felt in the front side of the lower leg, your shin bone. It's also known as medial tibial stress syndrome. This can start off as a very mild pain that maybe you feel when you're running that goes away when you're done. But if left untreated, it can become quite intense and can even lead to like a stress reaction or stress fracture if not taken seriously. Now, the cause of shin splints, a little more well known, again, can happen in people with flat feet or high arches, but it tends to occur in runners, especially newer runners, who increase their mileage or their intensity and frequency too quickly. It tends to occur in if you run on uneven terrain, especially hard surfaces like concrete, those people that have undergone military training, and I think that's about it. So what can we do to help our feet and our shins stay healthy regardless of the season of running that you're in? I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 tips to keep your legs healthy. Number 1, regardless of your foot type, flat foot or high arch, you are at risk for both of these injuries like we've talked about. So you want to make sure you're in the right type of shoe. Your local running store can help. Both Achilles and Second Sole have skilled, knowledgeable employees who can take a look at your foot and put you in a shoe based on your foot type. Your local physical therapist can also help. Number 1 is have your foot posture assessed. Number 2, don't increase your intensity and duration of running too quickly. Now, what does that mean? It's a little bit vague, but and different depending on what type of runner you are. If you are a newer runner, maybe you're running 1 to 4 miles a few times a week. If one of those is a longer run, you're not going to want to increase that more than a mile or so, and only every few weeks. You're going to want to allow yourself some time to build up, have a week where you do a little bit less, and let your body just get used to running. If you have more questions about running progression, feel free to reach out and ask. Tip number 3, look for softer surfaces to run on. In both plantar fasciitis and shin splints, we talked about the harder surfaces being more at risk. So you're going to want to choose trail running, grass, even pavement and treadmill are softer than concrete, or running inside. This happens a lot in high schools during track season. Due to the springtime weather, we see so many student athletes with shin splints because they run too much, too fast, and on a very hard surface, often in the wrong shoe, and we see them for shin splints. So choose your surface softly. Number 4, stretch and foam roll the lower leg, particularly the calves and the feet. And I'll be sharing some specific videos below this one to demonstrate specific examples for how to keep the lower part of your foot and ankle flexible. Number 5, work on short foot exercises and toe yoga. I look forward to sharing this with you, but this is research-based and very, very effective at actually increasing the strength of your feet muscles, the intrinsic muscles in your feet that can help provide dynamic support to that foot and reduce your risk for injuries such as plantar fasciitis and heel spurs. And shin splints. So work on your short foot exercises and toe yoga. Tip number 6 is strengthen the front of the lower leg in order to maintain balance. So this is particularly important in those shin splints where we have super strong calves, but the muscles on the front side of the shin, there are some important ones there, many of the times imbalanced. So I'll share with you some ways to strengthen the front part of the shin to help those who want to avoid shin splints. Tip number 7 is runners need a strong core. So don't neglect that as you work on your running program. Think plank. The core is the center of your body. Think center, think core, think plank, think your glutes, which are the big muscles on the backside of your bum. Think gluteus medius, which is the muscles on the side of the hip, and hip rotators such as your piriformis. So specific examples to come on those as well. Single leg strength is key for runners. So make single leg balance and single leg challenging work part of your regular routine to avoid injuries of all kinds as a runner. Tip number 9, have your alignment checked. You are a machine, my friends, and your machine needs to be functioning on all cylinders. And we have tight muscles in that body that can sometimes pull on your pelvis and causing a little bit of discrepancy in alignment and leg length, and that has been shown to be linked to injuries. So have your alignment checked by your physical therapist is tip number 9. And number 10, if you're having pain, listen to your body. Get yourself to a physical therapist who can do a full body diagnostic. Your posture can tell us so much about what's going on inside your nervous system, and a physical therapist can take a look at you and get you on a plan to get you over that pain and back to doing what you love. Hopefully that's running and CrossFit as quick as possible. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 tips. If you have any questions specifically or want more detail about anything that we talked about, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me at www.fit4lifephysicaltherapyohio.com. If you want to email me, it's Jennifer at fitforlifephysicaltherapyohio.com. Thank you so much for letting me come and share this information with you, and I hope to keep you